Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. And I'm scared. Okay, so if you have been on TikTok, maybe you're not on TikTok, this foundation has been taking the internet by storm. Jones Road, what the foundation? I have to try it. I have to see what all the hubbub's about. So I'm scared because this is more of a light to medium coverage, and I am more of a medium to full coverage kind of gal. This is supposed to look like your skin on its best day, but my skin, okay. My skin's okay. It's okay. But I've got, I don't sleep, and I've got freckles, and I have a little bit of discoloration here on the lip, and just, I'm a pasty brunette, so also just mustache area is a nightmare. So I tend to like a little more coverage with the foundation. However, seeing so many horrible reviews on this, but they weren't really applying it right and stuff, made me want to try it and give it an actual honest review. I'm not gonna throw half of this on my face at once, because that's not how you do a foundation. Anyone that is going to this so-called foundation queen on TikTok for foundation reviews, I love you, you're precious, but you need to reevaluate your life. Okay, she doesn't apply things right. She uses way too much product. My pores scream anytime her videos show up on my For You page. I don't follow her because it's just nonsense. It's nonsense, so we're not about that life. I'm all the nonsense I need. I don't need more nonsense. Okay, just no. It's no. It's no. It's no. Don't do that. Okay, so I wanted to try this and give it my honest thoughts. But I am scared because I am more of a full coverage, full glam kind of gal, and this really is not that. This is not the kind of foundation I would normally buy, and this is kind of pricey, which is funny because this is the more affordable offshoot from Bobbi Brown. But looking at the prices of Bobbi Brown, this is cheaper. I'll give them that, but this is not affordable. I don't know what world they're living in, but $44 for a foundation is not affordable. That's expensive. It's expensive, okay? Also, I wanted to talk about this because I thought this was really weird. When I checked out, you get your order page, and I'm going to throw it up here with my stuff blocked out, of course, obviously. Sneaky little internet weirdos trying to get my foundation order number and all that nonsense. No, you're not getting that. But when you check out, there is a thing saying, make TikToks with this and maybe we'll pay you if we decide to buy your video, basically. So I think this is going viral because so many people are basically creating free content ads for this brand in the hopes that they'll buy it and then they make money. I think it was up to $1 for every 100 views or something like that, which is not a lot. Let's be real. They're barely paying you anything for you creating a whole video. Know your worth. First of all, anyone that is signing up for this, know your freaking worth. You're worth more than $1 for every 100 views. Okay, that is horrible. And also, it says if we buy it, which means they're not obligated to buy anyone's video, so they're getting free publicity from you. Okay, that's why this is going viral, I think, is because everyone's creating videos hoping that they'll buy it, and they're not. They're not making money off of this. No one is making money off of this. The only people making money off this is Bobbi Brown. Okay, let's be real. So, yeah, that was a little shady, and speaking of shady, this is only a 12 shade range, which is also shady. But if you'll remember the Body de Soul foundation that I was on the fence about, half the video I hated it, and by the end of the video I was I kind of like it. That was also a 12 shade range, but it was such a light coverage that one shade would work for multiple shades. So I get that. I'm hoping that this is going to be like that, but in this day and age, 12 shade range is not a good shade range, especially for initial launch. Like, I hope that they go through and create more of this for people, but like 12 shade range, shady AF. So let's get into this actual product itself. I have seen a lot of videos where people, especially like the one with the Foundation Queen, the primer that she used was not water based, and unfortunately my pore filling primer, my professional primer, is not water based. So you're gonna see some pores with this look coming up. Sorry, it's my skin. I can't help it. It's just on my body. Okay, it holds the skeleton inside me at bay. So, we're gonna try this. I did use the Primed to Glow by Uma by Sharon C, because it is a water-based primer. So hopefully that will work. But like with dry skin especially, like I have to prime and moisturize or something before I put a foundation on, or it's not gonna go well. So we did that. I am going to still apply it with a moist beauty blender. I know some videos were saying like you can't do that with a water-based foundation, but newsflash, I have dry skin. The foundation type that works best for dry skin is water-based foundation, and I always use a beauty blender, and it does not lead to problems with it lifting and stuff like that. Like, that is not typical for a foundation to do that because it was applied with a wet beauty blender. Now, if it's too wet, absolutely, but like, you don't need it to be sopping wet. You just need it to be moist. Like, wet it and then wring it all out. Like, that's kind of common sense. I don't know, but common sense ain't common. Let's be real. Now, I did go ahead and buy the little spatula that they offered on their website because, for one, I don't have a spatula, and for someone that mixes like pigment into their foundation for like SFX looks and stuff like that, it would be really handy to have a tool like that. So I went ahead and bought that, but also everyone that has bought this says that like the oil separates from the foundation really bad. So I figured this would be a good thing to have because I don't really want to use the back of a brush to mix it all back together. Okay, now I did get the shade Fair, and hopefully that works for me. A lot of this is sticking to the lid here, so that's fun for me. Let's try and scrape some of that off. This is a weird texture. It looks kind of like marshmallow fluffy. Interesting. And it has a very strong smell. Like, I'm pretty sure I've had some like skincare product that smelled like this. Interesting. But yeah, it definitely, I didn't really show you guys, but like the oil was definitely kind of sitting on top. Not as bad as some videos that I've seen, but it was definitely sitting on top. So interesting. Very interesting. Okay, now you're supposed to just go in with tiny, tiny amounts of this and then build it up. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I wonder if I should just use this. Okay, let's just smear what's left on the spatula on my face. Because, like, we'll just see. We'll see how that does. We'll just go with that and see how it does. We're just gonna experiment. So there's just moving around what was left on the spatula from me stirring it up, which I already scraped most of it off. Very little coverage, but I will say, like, it makes me look very oily. Are you guys seeing the sheen we've got going on here? Like, I'm not digging that. That is very oily. Which, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm not vibing with that. Let me just put a little bit more coverage where I want it, like right here. build that up a little bit. It does have a very strong smell though, like, you know, a lot of skincare that has smells like that, it goes away pretty fast, but this is not fading away very fast. And I get why people were complaining about it. It's very perfumed. Oh, I'm not liking this texture. Okay, I'm gonna go in just a little bit more over here. Okay. Can you guys see? Like, it's already... Like, I went back in over here with a little bit more, and it's lifting off of my skin. Like... Oh, that looks bad. That looks horrible. Oh, this is a mess. Okay, no. Let me try and fix this over here. I haven't even, like, contoured or anything. No. That is... It's like, it's getting worse. Are you seeing this right here? Like... And now it's starting to separate over here. Are you guys seeing it, like, right in here? What? No. Like, it is legitimately just, like my skin is rebuking this foundation. It says, no, not today, Satan. Okay. Maybe it was the primer that I used. Let me take all of this off and let my face kind of dry off for a second. Okay, so not only did I take it off, but then I washed my face just to make sure it's all gone. So there's absolutely no primer, no nothing on this face. Let's try this again and see how it goes. I'm scared, you guys. Like, that looks so oily and, like, literally was just coming up. Like, that just... There's no reason for it to just come up like that. That was weird, right? Like, I'm not crazy. I don't know. And even leaving it sitting open, it is still really fragranced. Oh, I don't like that. Like, I don't mind a little fragrance, but dang. It's a lot. And this still looks very oily. I'm not digging this. I want to like it, I do. I'm trying to be open-minded about Ms. Light to medium coverage, but it's not seeming very buildable, and it's not even wanting to stick to my face, apparently. Okay. So there's like one light little layer. Honestly, that was so light I can't even tell if it's breaking up or not. I need more coverage, but I'm scared to add more on. Okay. I'm gonna try and add a little bit more on. Just like that, okay? I'm just gonna do a little bit more coverage. Please, God. I mean, I feel like it's sitting a little better this time. So maybe it was just the primer. It didn't like the primer, even though the primer was also water-based, but still, it's very oily. And I'm just not digging the light coverage. I want more coverage. It said light to medium. Not getting medium here. I'm getting, like, tinted moisturizer, heavy on the moisturizer. It's not lifting up off of my skin without me touching it like it was last time. but like it's still very oily. It's very light coverage. I am not getting the coverage that I want. I'm honestly scared to put anything on over this. It's like, oh, I don't like the way this looks on my skin. I really don't. All right, I'm gonna try and put some concealer on. We'll see how that goes. The concealer's gonna have more coverage than the foundation. That's the problem here. So there's some concealer on, a little light concealer moment. You guys, it's already lifting over here again. It's already lifting again. I literally, okay, yep, it's doing it over here too. What is it about my lower jawline that says yeet to this foundation? Like, literally, my skin rebukes this foundation in the name of coverage. This looks awful. This looks awful. It is literally sitting into every line, every pore. I can't block out my lines and pores because it won't play well with the foundation. Like, the only coverage I'm getting is from the concealer, which is also now starting to lift. Oh, look at that. Do you see that? Yeah, it's lifting. It's like caking under my eyes and it's lifting. Oh my gosh. Let's see if... Yeah, it's like lifting off on my finger too. Literally no. My skin does not like this foundation at all. It will not even sit pretty on my flesh. This is awful. Okay. Literally my skin will not do this. And I think this is literally meant for dry and maturing skin. And my skin says, no. No, ma'am. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Like, it's literally coming up everywhere. Okay. So, yeah, this is a no for me. This is an absolute no for me. I don't like the coverage. I don't like the fact that it really won't even sit on my skin. No. This was a waste of $50. I am so mad. You guys. Holy cow. Like, no. Okay, let me try it one more time with the foundation brush, even though I don't like foundation brushes because they make me look oily, and this already makes me look so oily. I'm scared. Okay, so apparently Beauty Blender, no, absolutely not. It does not want to be used in such a way. So we're going to take a foundation brush and we're going to try a foundation brush. I do own some. I just don't use them because no matter which brush I use or which foundation I use, it makes me look super oily, even though I have dry skin, which so me looking oily is very weird. But this is already very oily looking on my skin, so I'm really scared how this is going to go, you guys. But we're just gonna try it. I'm just gonna do this half of my face with the brush and see how that looks. And then I'm gonna do it with my hand on this side because that's how she applies it in her videos. So we'll see if that's what I need to do. I don't know. I don't know how to make this work for me, but it is not working for me. I'm not putting a whole lot on here either. Just so you guys can see, like, we're trying to make this work. I also want to note that I'm stippling, I'm not rubbing. Just so we're all clear here. Guys, about had it. I've about had it. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger. No. No. Are you kidding me? Okay, tapping it on with my hand just made it like splotchy all over. Are you kidding me? Like, oh. Oh my gosh, you guys. No, this looks absolutely horrible. This looks worse than like all the other applications. Are you kidding me? Like, both sides look equally awful. Like, oh, okay, let me get this off my hand. By the way, this is really sticky. Like, Milk Hydro Grip levels of tacky primer tackiness. But it's not a primer, it's a foundation. Like, this, what is going on? Oh. Final verdict, I've literally tried applying this every way I can think of, and except for a dry beauty blender, I haven't tried that. But since a brush, a hand, and a moist blender have also failed, I really don't see why that would work. But let's give it a go. Let's take this off. Let's try that. Okay, so it's stained, but this is a dry beauty blender, clean dry beauty blender. Just gonna take a little bit, and we're gonna try this through my mirror in disgust. So sorry, I'm sorry, beauty. Okay, let's just do a little bit, a little dab here, a little dab there. See if a dry blender works. So there's like one tiny little layer. I'm gonna go in again. And I put way too much on here, so I'm knocking some of it off. Okay, just a little bit, just doing a little bit. I feel like I am angrily pounding this into my face now. No, it's already starting to lift. Okay, so there's that. We've tried it with a water-based primer. We've tried it with absolutely no primers whatsoever. We have tried it with a foundation brush. We've tried it with our fingers. We've tried it with a wet sponge. We've tried it with a dry sponge. Every single time it is lifting and looking super oily and just disgusting on my skin. And why is it sticky? Why is it sticky? I don't understand. You guys, this is $44. $44, and it looks like this on my skin. Like, no. This was an absolute waste of my money. If you have dry skin and you're not into super oily looking foundations, I do not recommend buying this. Absolutely not. Yeah, no. This whole thing is shady boots. I'm not down with this. Okay, well, I try to see you don't have to. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I'm gonna put on my beloved Flawless in Real Life by Sharon C, because it just, no. Maybe I'll do the one size. I deserve some bougie foundation. Do I? Ugh. Anyway, I'm mad as hell. Love you guys. Bye.